us together. I believe in the things that brought us together. I don't know why, I do know how it all fell apart. I still believe in the things that brought us together.
That was Under the Water by You Are a Hologram.
You're a hologram.
You're a hologram? You ass.
For as much as you pay attention to me, I might as well be a hologram.
Alright. We had a much better comeback than we were going to do, so we're going to take this back.
Transition.
We're going to take this back like this didn't happen. Red Solo Cup. Sing with me. Do it. You're not going to sing with me?
No.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch. Okay. Okay. Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Proceed to party. There's a reason why we're singing this. So,
my mom has been very gracious to us. We told you about the Shade Game. We haven't actually explained what the Shade Game is.
But we mentioned it.
So my mom, being the doll that she is, bought us some shot glasses from the Dollar Tree, which happened to be itty bitty little Solo cups.
I mean, they're
actually red. They're plastic and everything.
Yeah, they are wonderful. And
I'll post a picture on the Twitters.
Yeah,
when we're done.
We have 20 of them, so there is more than enough.
Woo!
For the Shade Game, because the Shade Game is one of those games that you probably should play with like 20 shot glasses. Like, it's a thing that you should be doing.
And actual alcohol, not that we play it with alcohol.
Depending on what show, if you're gonna play with real alcohol, pick your show carefully, because Real Housewives will give you liver damage like immediately.
10 minutes.
Yep. Or
I flipped to that. Okay, I was looking through the TV when we wanted to find something to watch, right? And I paused. I don't even think it was 10 minutes. I think it was like a minute. Okay.
It was like 30 seconds because
it was like 30 seconds.
This one blonde bitch is just throwing shade at fucking everybody that she's sitting around.
And there's like 5 other people.
And in 30 seconds, because she's talking quickly, and they're all yelling at each other, so there's multiple people throwing shade at the same time. But in 30 seconds, I think we lost count of how many shots we were supposed to be taking.
You lost count. I wasn't even paying attention. I just flipped and saw them all yelling. I'm like, no.
Yeah. And I was trying to count just for funsies, and I'm just like, if this was alcohol, we'd be dead.
Or in the hospital. I think we would be in the hospital. Yeah. And neither one of your roommates were home. So it's not like they would find us until like 10 at night when Shamara comes home.
Yeah, and then she'd be like, why are you dead?
And then we would be dead.
Yeah. So we'd be dead.
We need to have one of those things on your phone. We need a life alert.
We need a life alert for drinking games. All right. So we are going to explain the rules of the Shade Game.
She's going to explain the rules of the Shade Game.
Yes. So, the shade game pretty much is a drinking game where you take a shot every time somebody throws shade. For those of you who are not up and up on nice lingo.
Like me.
Yeah. Throwing shade pretty much means when someone is talking trash about somebody, particularly when they're doing it in front of other people, like in public. Right? So, every time somebody talks shit, you take one shot. Everything after that, it's not like take two if something happens, it's like plus two. So, you're always taking at least one shot. Right? Now, if the person talking shit, right, doesn't know the person that they're talking shit about, it's plus one. Right? It's also plus one if the person they're talking to has no idea who they're talking about. Right? If they
So pretty much if we start talking shit, y'all would have to take a shot?
Y'all would have to take two. Because...
Or three.
Yeah. Well, we all know about the same people. So, like, for example, we have a mutual friend. Let's go Shantae.
Yeah.
Right? If we start talking shit about Shantae,
y'all have to take two shots.
Yep. Because we're talking shit, and you have no idea who we're talking about.
But Nani also knows more people than I do who are just, like, plain horrible people.
Yeah. So,
if I ask who at any given time, y'all would have to take 3 shots.
Yep. Because the person I'm talking to, no idea who the fuck I'm talking about. Actually, technically, as I'm talking to you, about any time I'm talking shit and I'm directing it at y'all, the listeners, and not y'all as in Teddy, y'all would have to take 3 because I'm talking shit and, like, you don't know who I'm talking about.
But if you know who you're talking about, they'd still only have to take 2.
I would still only have to take 2. Yeah.
So at any given time, y'all would have to take 2 shots.
Yeah.
That's your base. Your base is 2 shots. You should feel scared.
Now, rule number 4 is if the person is talking shit about multiple people, like in the same sentence, you take 2 extra shots.
So that means you would take 3 shots.
Yeah. So if I'm like, you know, Candy, Simone, and Shamara, or not Shamara. If I'm like, I need made up names. If I'm like
Candy, Shamara, and Nivea. There's one I found the other day.
Shamara's a real person. Candy, Simone, and Nivea are all a bunch of bitches. Y'all have to take an extra 2 shots. Also, because I actually don't know these people, you take
1, 2.
You're taking 5.
Yeah, you're taking 5 shots right now.
Yeah, because we just made up some people and started talking shit about them.
For those of you lightweights, you're on the floor.
Yeah. Now,
depending on what you're using.
Right. Now, if the shit that is being talked makes you, the drinker, laugh, you have to chug the mug. Meaning, you have a glass with you, you pick up the glass, you chug the whole thing in one swig. Do it. Right?
Well, okay, for clarification, don't actually do it in one swig. You will choke yourself. But you have to chug it without taking too many breaths.
I can chug quite a lot of alcohol in one giant-ass swig.
Yes, but the lightweights can't.
Alright, the point is, you chug the mug, okay? You have like a mug, we call it a mug, 1, because it rhymes, and 2, because my glasses are little mason jar mugs.
Yes, so they are.
You chug the mug, right? Now, if,
here's the part that's really going to kill you.
Right. Now, mind you, chugging the mug is on top of whatever shots you are supposed to take. So you take your shots and then you chug a mug, right? Now, if at any point, anybody who is not playing the game rolls by...
Or privy to said game.
Yeah.
Because if they walk by and they see what you're doing, they're not actually, they're going to know.
Yeah. But if anybody walks by and it's like, hey, what you playing? Hey, what you doing? And pretty much if anybody asks, you double. So whatever you just drank, you double.
So when we were talking about Simone and Nivea and whoever, and it made you laugh, and you had to take all them shots, if somebody you're, friends with walks by and asks what you're doing, you have to take 10 shots and chug 2 mugs.
Yep. 10 shots, 2 mugs, all at once. How about it?
For you lightweights, you are now unconscious.
Yes. Well, so we play this game every single Wednesday. We've started doing this. But we do it with water. We do it with water because I like my liver. My liver is currently beautiful, and I don't want it to go away.
And she also lives in a dorm where we can't have alcohol anyways.
I have alcohol in here all the time.
But we're not supposed to.
Rules are made to be broken.
But it's also a Wednesday, and neither one of us want to go to class tomorrow with a huge-ass hangover. Yeah,
that's the thing. I would never play this game with alcohol, with a huge-ass hangover. Also, I think that whoever I'm drinking with just might get annoyed by how many times I scream Hail Brocknar before I drink.
We're going to have to test this one time over the summer when neither one of us have done.
Oh, no, here we are. Okay, so, it cut out for a second. For those of you who don't know, Brocknar is the Scottish god of mead. And story goes that he sits up on his Brocknar mountain making mead, right? When he's done with making his mead, he comes tromping down the mountain, blaring bagpipes amazingly, and tugging the mead along and calling everyone to come and drink with him. So, you know, all the people down in the village behind the mountain are all like, "Hail Brocknar, thanks for the mead." And you get drunk with Brocknar. If you hail Brocknar before the first sip of strong drink you take, he will kind of take care of you and make sure that you don't have a hangover and don't, like, you know, wake up head pounding, just horrible, awful, and that you're not like...
Not knowing where you are.
Hello?
It moved.
Kind of. I think we might be partial... Oh, here we go. We're back. So we kind of cut in out again. So, he makes sure that you're not, like, you know, crying and sobbing about your ex, you know, naked in Denny's parking lot because you've lost control of your life. Right? And,
whereas if you actually wake up that way, go see a counselor, please, and stop drinking.
Yes. But, the idea, though, is if you forget to hail Brocknar before the first, strong drink you take...
You're going to be a sobbing mess in Denny's parking lot, naked and pleading for your life.
Pretty much, because Brocknar's like, well, screw you too, mate.
That sounds like a really awesome one-shot story.
Yeah. But, so, like, before I drink, usually, when I am thinking and remembering, I will hail Brocknar before, like, every glass of strong drink that I take. Right? I include coffee in this because coffee is technically strong.
Oh my god, she did that with some dark roast today in the middle of the student center.
Yes, I did. And I'm like, hail Brocknar, because Brocknar is Brocknar, and I think my screensaver's trying to start up, so I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. There we go.
But what I'm waiting for is her to literally take the glass, stand up, and, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Viking shout, "Hail Brocknar!" in the middle of the student center.
You've clearly never been drinking with me, because...
No, I haven't.
When I was in the Caribbean drinking rum, right, that is what I did. I climbed up on top of a chair and stood there Captain Morgan style and screamed, "Hail Brocknar!" and then chugged it.
With your mom standing there?
No, my mom's down at the beach. I was getting drunk with the, resort workers.
Oh, okay.
I taught them to play Circle of Doom. That's another drinking game that we'll explain to you later. It's a lot more complex. It's a lot more complex and you need a deck of cards. But Taniko had a deck of cards, so we played some Circle of Doom, and I was not a wasted mess. Why? Because I hailed Brocknar. However, what's his ass? Tall man whose name I forget. Poor guy was throwing up in the bathroom for like hours. Right. So,
tall guy whose name I forget.
Yeah, I felt slightly bad about that. Anyway, so we're about down to the wire. So, we are going to zip off, take our requisite 15-minute break, and we will be back with Stories with Nani, the missed editions.
If I don't talk much, it's either because Nani's talking too much or I threw up and don't feel good.
Yeah, I might have fed her over oily food that is not currently raging havoc on her stomach.
Tummy not happy.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
it's my fault. Anyways, bye!